Hello everyone, I wanted to update you with my paper bag book. Was kind of hoping to finish it on this video, but it's going to take one more video. But I want to show you what I've got done so far. So this is the front cover, and used some tattered floral die cuts on there, and a vellum sheet that I received in a swap from someone on one of my Yahoo groups, and I love them. And I'm using this vellum tape. It's by 3M. By Scotch, and it's just really nice. You almost can't see it. It is right here on the edges, and you just really can't see it. So I really recommend that tape. So got some lace glued around and tied some raffia ribbon. And then on the next page, got some Scrabble tiles, and Our Daily Bread stamp of a cross of nails, some Tim Holtz tickets, and a graphic that I found on the computer on Graphics Fairy. They're all free, and she sends out a daily email a day. And this little life stick pin I've had for years, and I thought it was really good to put onto this page. And then this is a stamp that I got recently, and I really like that, and got some ribbon and a cross charm. And this is an orchid stamp, and let me see, that stamp is part of a collection, and I think this is by Stampavy. I don't know, shoot, I already threw away the other packaging, but I just got it the other day, so you should find it pretty easily. It's got a lot of sentiments and things on it, so it's a nice set. Okay, and then on the back side of this is some more Our Daily Bread stamps and some metal and bling. And I tinted this flower with the Dusty Concord Distress ink. Put some bling on a roll on there from Michael's. It's really kind of nice stuff. I really kind of like it. I know it's from a big box store, but I do kind of like it. And so here's our couple other pages, and I used some butterfly charm. I used a lot of the Tim Holtz seasonal stickers. I'm really just using the things that are in my stash. And then we've got, I may have shown you this page before, don't remember, but anyway, some more stuff from his seasonal stickers, and from my Cricut. And then we have a tag that goes into the pocket, and you can journal on this tag. Okay, and then here's a couple of pages. These are some nice stamps that I got at a stamp show. They're stained glass stamps, and there are 2 sets of them, and designed by Lisa Larson. So they're really nice. They're real nice stamps. I use these several times, and what I did was I took a paintbrush and a little container of water, and I opened up my Distress inks and just used my paintbrush. I would, just a little bit of water in here, I would wet my paintbrush and then get color from my ink pad, and then you have your own ink, your own paint in that color. You also, as Tim shows, you also can turn your pad over your craft sheet and stamp on it, and then add water. Let's do that just a little bit. My craft sheet's not clean, but there, I stamped it there, and then with a wet paintbrush you can come in and you can get your ink that way and color that way. So let me clean that off. So that's how I did that. I did it with fired brick and mustard seed and scattered straw and tea dye. I think I also used tumbled glass in there for blue. Okay, and then this page is another, oh, and then here you can put a picture or journal, and this page is another picture page. You know, there's eggs stamped there, but you could use the entire area. And this set of stamps comes from Inky Antics, and I'm going to show you some more with that in a few minutes. And this is really cool because they're nice stamps. You can use them with the honeycomb paper, or you can use them without, like I did here. Okay, and here's another page, and again there's one of those stained glass stickers, and I didn't get that cleaned up enough, did I? And these are Tim Holtz small sayings. It's kind of new, but you can find these anywhere in any brand. Okay, and then another set of pages. And here's the small pocket, and I put a kind of a large tag in there, and it can be journaled on or used to post a picture, and a picture can be used here. I tinted this with the Distress ink pad again, this little porcelain rose, and I think you may have seen this picture already, this page already. And then here's another page, and what I did with this page is I used a damask stamp, and it's like that, and I used chalk ink, which is pigment ink, so it's opaque, and I stamped it in a yellow over top of this kind of orangey peach page, and it gives a really nice background. And then I used some flowers I had from my stash, and this is an actual seed packet here, and I glued that on there, and I was really pleased with this page. And then my sentiment is a Bible verse. And then on this page, again, use some of my stash, use the rosette and another vellum sheet, and the I'm going to put this up real close. All of these raindrops were made from clear rock candy stickles, and it goes on real clear. In fact, I liked it better before it dried because it looked more like raindrops after it dried, but it'll work. I'm thinking that for clear accents, maybe you probably just use the glossy accents, and that'll dry clear. And all I did was turn it upside down, and let's see, yeah, I turned it upside down, and I squeezed to make a circle, and then I just pulled it. And when you turn it right side up, then that makes your raindrop shape. So I'm really pleased with these two pages. And then here's a page that uses my last vellum sheet that I had, and I used some ribbon, and I used some Alice in Wonderland, and I had this metal top hat charm, and I just thought that would be perfect, and so I just stuck Alice in there. And when it says a little madness in the spring is wholesome even for the king, well, I crossed that out and put queen, since it's Alice, for the Queen of Hearts. Okay, so there's that section. And I have one more section that I'm still working on. I haven't quite finished yet. Well, let me show you the back cover before we do that. This is the back cover, and I put a tag on here so that there could be some photos or some journaling, and then you can journal here as well. And I put a nice Bible verse there, some ribbon, and just going through my stash and putting on there whatever looks good. And then here's the inside back cover. This also I haven't finished. I'm going to go pick up a Tim Holtz Easter Bunny die, and I'm going to put that on there, and I'll take a picture of that later. And here's another journaling photo page, and again I just took a background stamp. This one was from Stampland, and used an ink that was close to the color, but in the color family. This is actually scattered straw, and that's what I used. My stamp was dirty, so I've got some variations, and I like that. And flowers are from my stash. And These are the Tim Holtz little deck of cards that I just found recently, and I really think that they're going to be really versatile. And so I spelled spring from that, and some ribbon, and used some more fabric and porcelain roses, and I did the tinting on this page with forest moss. Okay. And then my last section that I'm still working on, this is a house mouse stamp, and I again colored it with Distress inks. And I tinted this with spun sugar Distress ink. I just really put it over, just tapped it over the top, and got some color just on the edges. Used some ribbon. I like pink and green together. And so here's a page that I really like, and that's using the honeycomb. So I used this set of Inky Antics stamps, and I made an ice cream sundae with that. So let's what I want to do now is I'm going to do another pop-up page, and I want to show you how to do that. So I'm going to get out my honeycomb paper, and if you open it from the edges, you'll see the honeycomb. If you open it from this edge, you just kind of see the edges of the paper, so it's easy to tell which is which. Now you also have glue lines, and it's a little hard to tell on the camera. I don't know if you can see those glue lines or not, but you can in person. And what you do is I'm taking this Inky Antics set, and it has an egg on it. And you can use this as a stamp, but it's mainly a template. And what I've done is lined up, there's an arrow on every one of, let me show you from here, you can see it better. There's an arrow on every one of these, the honeycomb stamps. And so what you want to do is line that arrow up evenly with the glue lines. Make sure that your arrow is going the same direction as the glue line. And then I took a pencil and traced around it. So I'm going to cut this out. Now it's very thick, so it's a cut that takes just a little bit of elbow grease. And it's always best to turn the paper instead of your scissors. You get a much smoother cut. And this comes in a 5x7, and you really can get a lot out of this piece. It doesn't seem like it's very big for the, and it's a little bit pricey, but it's worth it. It really is worth it. And here's my egg. So I'm going to take this. I want to make sure I got it right side up. So I'm going to take this side, and now I'm going to put this stamp, put some archival ink on this stamp, and I'm going to stamp it where I want it to be. And I want it, let's see, let's put it about center. Okay, that was not a good stamp because I didn't have it on an acrylic block, but it really don't need it to be. So let's figure out which is our, so this is our narrow end, which is here. So I'm going to put some glue stick, and glue stick is plenty sticky enough for this paper, because it's actually very fragile paper. It's tissue paper. And then I'm going to put this side right there over where I stamped. Okay? And just kind of press down. Then I'm going to put glue stick on here again. And I'm going to carefully just flap just pull this out and over, and it's a little hard to press down because you kind of have to just press down the edges, but then what you can do is close your page and press on the back of your page, and when you open it, you've got your egg. And I think that's just too cute, too cute. And then I'm going to use the rest of my stamps to make a page with it. So I wanted to show you how easy it is to use the honeycomb paper. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of drama for your effort. It just really looks cool. And when I close this, then it's really quite flat. And so you've got a lot of dimension. Do that this way. You've got a lot of dimension and a lot of fun, and it takes very little effort. So I'm going to close for now, and I'm going to go ahead and finish my book, and I'm going to show you how to put all of the pages together when we finish, and we'll have a completed book, and I'm going to do that before Monday. I tried to put a video up last Monday and was having problems again. My laptop computer that has my editing program on it is absolutely full. There's like 3 megabytes of space, and having some real trouble with editing and things like that. So I wasn't able to get a video up, so I'm giving you 2 this week, and we're going to finish up this paper bag book. Now, I really haven't put any tags in any of these sacks, but I'm going to make a few tags that we can slide in there, and you know, you can use these places for memorabilia from your Easter. Like if you have a program from a church service that you go to, you can very likely slide that in there and keep it in there. Okay, so I will see you in a couple of days with the finish of this paper bag book. And thanks for hanging in there with me. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I'm using up a lot of my stash. See you soon.